You have a disc right saver for me?
Teddy Smith at the hop. We're hopping right here. We're working out, and we got Bill Carey right here in the studio from Channel 11, Try for You and Broadcasting. It's a great pleasure to have you here, Bill, this evening on wpat.
Thank you, Teddy. It's a pleasure to be here, too.
So, what's your favorite rock music? Do you have a song or a couple of songs? You say, I like the Stones, I like Elton John.
I like the Stones, and I grew up in that time period. But to tell you the truth, my favorite performer is James Taylor, and I follow everything that he does, and I try to see him at least once a year in show. He gives a great live performance.
You like Carly Simon?
Yes, I do.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, getting back to what we were talking about earlier, a few moments ago, we were talking about television news. Some of the interesting concepts or ideas about television news, and what direction do you see news changing? If so, maybe give us sort of a couple ideas about it.
Yeah, you know, change is good in this case, and it's bad for people to who have to administer it and figure out what the right path is, because it's a competitive business, and we're all in it to try to gain viewership. So the trend that I see is that we're going to pay better attention to serving people in their neighborhoods, and I think that's a healthy thing for the customers that we have, and it's a return to our roots when you think about it.
Are you given a lot of latitude or space in terms of what news stories or news type of coverage that you broadcast or follow?
Yes, in fact, the Tribune Broadcasting Group is very good at empowering the news directors, so at my level I do have a lot of say on how we cover the news and what tone we take.
Was it different covering the news when you lived in Tampa, Florida, or Chicago, or here in New York, or is news news?
News is news. The pace of news comes faster in New York than anywhere else. I've worked in Detroit and Chicago, and there was a fast pace to news there, but nothing compares to New York.
But there's nothing like having a rock and roll show and having the news director from Channel 11 coming over here this evening to be here live with me without any tape or any voice tracks.
We're being on the inaugural show, so thank you for that.
That's right. So what other ideas do you have in terms of what makes a good television reporter?
Yeah, a good television reporter brings you to the scene. I have a theory that I've tried out in our business. An anchor is invited by all of us to sit in their living room, and they're already an invited guest. We make choices about who we watch. A reporter, on the other hand, has to bring you through the screen and take you out to where they are. Say it's a locker room in sports or a fire that's ongoing. Their job is to make you feel like you're there.
That's good. I'm glad you're here. You know why? Because we've got the Four Seasons coming in momentarily.
Oh, terrific.
And we got a song, you know, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, and swear to God, like 1970s, we'll get some 60s in there too, eventually. And j.petrecca is going to come in here with all the guys in a couple of minutes. And Dan Ingram this hour as well is going to be stopping by. Bob O'Brien, 212-219-9695 is the phone number here at WPAT. Teddy Smith, Bill Carey from Channel 11's here. Frankie Valli.